You can do it! Further adventures in Japan!
Hello, you wonderful people. You know, as long as I've been here, which has been a pretty long time so far, I've been here for like 2 years, there can be so many people in a train, and the audio level inside that train can be next to nothing. You can hear the audio announcements, you can hear everything that you need to hear. Sometimes. At night, it does get a little crazy. But in this city, never seems to stop. Normal things can even amaze you. Such as the thing that's right in front of me right now. That is a store called Don Quijote. I guess you could compare it to Walmart on crack. This particular one is in the heart of Umeda, with giant landmarks that are right next to it. It's very easy to find, but what's inside of the building is definitely not that normal. You'd probably think that you would be going into a unique shopping experience when you see these crazy aquariums in front of the building, especially with Olmec outside of it. I mean, if you're wondering what he was doing outside of Legends of the Hidden Temple, he came to Umeda. And you might have heard me say that this place is named Don Quixote. This is Don Quixote. If you were expecting an old man on a horse with Sancho Panza behind you, well, I'm sorry, you were mistaken. It's a cute little penguin who's a little tubby around the tummy. But enough talking about it. Let's go inside and see what's in here. Please open. Since this isn't a very localized and touristy area, they do have a lot of tourist stuff at this location, but they also have a lot of imports that you can't get anywhere else. And the best season of all is here right now, so they've got all their cosplay stuff up, ready for Halloween, or it's confused between summer and Halloween. You may notice that there is an abundance of girl-centric stuff. And if you're a guy, don't worry, they have a smaller section just for guys. This is the guy section, very, very small. But if you're a guy and you want to cosplay, there's something called the internet. We're selling a product called Goso that pulls out hair out of your nose. Look how happy that guy is, getting all that hair out of his nostrils. You know how in Japan they say that Kit Kats are really famous? This is the place where you can buy all the unique Kit Kats. I think the most popular one is green tea. And yes, they do have the standard stuff that you'd imagine in like a big store, shoes, shirts, and stuff like that. But this place gets much weirder. Much, much weirder. They got a pretty big game section here. Hey, you know what they call playing cards in Japan? Trump. But I guess you can play with Hillary too. Presidential cards. Look at that. And you can also buy magic tricks here because... Oh, and we got more cosplay. We went from magic to cosplay. I guess that makes sense. I guess they were holding out with the stuff that they have downstairs because they have a ridiculous amount of masks here. Even a Titan, look out. There he is. Oh, you can be a microphone if you've ever wanted to be a microphone. They have a lot more costumes than I thought, especially for guys. But I definitely think there's one of these masks that beat the rest. I'm a squid. Look at my tentacles. Yeah, their female section though still trumps the male cosplay section. Even downstairs, it's absolutely huge. Or I guess you could be a scary, hairy, oh, you're supposed to be a man in a bunny suit. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a whole market for men's dress clothes. I guess they make them for man size, so you too can be a lady. Hey, I'm a girl. Don't you bother me. Oh, these are the costumes that I want to be. My laser nipples and crappy my pants. Oh, there's me in 20 years, Mr. Saggy Boobs. There is an adult section right there, but I would get flagged off of YouTube if I showed you that. You can imagine what's in there. I'd like to mention that right over there is the adult section, and then right over here is the kids section, so it's very, very close. Prying eyes could just wander over, but I guess that's life. Oh, look, a toilet bowl you can put your curry in. I think it's a requirement to have anime figures in any kind of major store, because if you don't have them here, you won't be able to make money, I guess. That's the freaking Ronan Spider-Man. That's cool. And of course, Jared Leto. Hey, you're about to be replaced by Leonardo DiCaprio. Uh-oh. And of course, they do have a bit of a grocery store up here. Oh, there's some Dr. Pepper right there. This isn't that hard to find, but root beer and cream soda, they're difficult to find. Oh, they don't really do trick-or-treating out here in Japan, but if they did, kids would be leaving with some really, really good candy. They really like their dripping paint. Oh, designer jewelry and watches, what I've always wanted in my life. But this is not the stuff I'm looking for. Surprisingly, I actually came in here with a purpose and an idea that I was going to buy a charger cable because mine is dying and I need it so I can charge my phone during Halloween Horror Nights. We get it. You vape. I picked the one that feels most like me, black, with a mustache. Well, I got what I need, but you may notice that this building is a lot bigger than the 3 stories that I showed you. That's because there is a sports round 1 complex on top of it. It has a ton of video games and coin-style games inside of it. So let's go up and see that, because if you're done shopping, you might as well go play for a little bit. Man, these games really impress me with their size and how loud they are, visually and audibly. Now, the gambling laws are changing and they're allowing casinos into Japan, but before then, the only place you could gamble was at pachinko parlors because you technically weren't gambling, and also horse racing. So horse racing and pachinko machines like these are very, very popular. But to play these metal games, you really need about an hour to spend all the coins that you put in for about $15 worth of yen. Also, during that time, you might go deaf. So you want to make sure you have earplugs too. And for arcade games, you have your standards. You know, your punching games, your games where you're playing in Alice in Wonderland universes, and of course, girls that are dressed up like battle cruisers. Yeah, okay, you got me. Holy crap, I have no idea what you'd even do with this. I don't normally play video games when I walk into an arcade, but I get to punch an octopus. That sounds awesome.
Ready? Go!
You're good ready. Oh, I cut off his arms! Let's do that one more time. Why not? I'm just below average. I'm not the best. I thought I was the best. I'm 6. That's like you. That's my name. That felt a lot like that table flipping game, which that is a really hard game to find. Here's some games, no matter what I would do, I would never ever be good at. But some of these guys are freaking pros. This guy's a master on his fingers here, just moving and a grooving. This guy, he is a dancing machine. Look at him go, Mr. Dance. Whenever I come out to these arcades, I always see this game. Look at these vacuum sweeper guns. I'm all about that bass, baby. Gotcha! Oh, ain't going nowhere. up for this Ghostbusting business. You come here to play games, or you can come to sing some karaoke. They have a whole floor just dedicated to that. They go on forever and ever and ever. Come play with us, Johnny. And there's more too. There's bowling, but I don't see the need to go all the way up there. There was a little adventure inside of that building right there. If I didn't have that cable, I might be in trouble for the upcoming Halloween Horror Nights season because I gotta charge my phone because the iPhone does not have that good of a charge. Oh, look at that. There's a big blue guy up there in the sky. A Die King. That looks like male genitalia in there, my friends. In the time that I've been here, I've learned that if it looks like it, it's probably representing that. Well, folks, as they say, not all who wander are lost. But I sure as heck feel like I am. So this is where I say, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it. You guys stay groovy and have a wonderful day. Peace. Where the heck am I? Well, you know it's Halloween when you got Jack Skeleton just floating in midair here.